is that Harry sees her as an alternative to his mother, and that she's more like Diana than he could possibly have wished for.
In the book Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors by Tom Bower, one of the standout revelations is that Harry was disappointed when his family did not recognize the similarities he saw between Meghan Markle and his mother. Princess Diana. Harry hopes that Diana's sisters and close friends will see the common ground between Meghan and Diana. However, they do not share this opinion and are worried that Meghan will have difficulty integrating into the royal family. Bower also mentioned that Earl Spencer, Diana's brother, advised Harry to consider carefully before getting married, causing a strong reaction from Harry. In addition, Harry is worried about financial issues when getting married, and Meghan feels frustrated because her acting career no longer has many prospects. Perhaps Harry was so blind in love that he convinced himself that Meghan Markle had the same qualities as his mother, Princess Diana. However, the truth is that comparing Meghan to Diana may have been one of his biggest mistakes. Princess Diana is a symbol of sophistication, compassion, and sensitivity to those around her, and Meghan, with many scandals and controversies, only seems to bring trouble and conflict to the royal family. The fact that Harry thought that Diana's family and friends would see similarities between Meghan and Diana only highlights his naivety and lack of awareness. How can a symbol of kindness and inner beauty like Diana be compared to Meghan, who is often considered an opportunist with her criticized fashion style and controversial personality? It's a pity for Harry, who fell in love so quickly and blindly that he did not recognize the sincere advice from his family. When Earl Spencer, Diana's brother, advised Harry to think carefully before marrying Meghan, it was a clear sign that not everyone shared his optimism about their future. Meghan, with grand ambitions but an unsuccessful acting career, appears to have found a new path to fame and influence through her marriage to Harry. She is described as someone who takes advantage of every opportunity to go further, but is unable to integrate into royal culture and traditions. Harry may have hoped that Meghan would bring a breath of fresh air, just like Diana did. However, instead of bringing innovation and sophistication, Meghan became a source of conflict and trouble. And so, Harry's blindness in identifying Meghan's true nature only further highlighted the profound differences between her and Princess Diana. To be honest, comparing Meghan and Diana is extremely lame and disproportionate. There are countless aspects to compare, but in no aspect can Meghan surpass Princess Diana. Let me take a few examples from some aspects so you can visualize it more easily. Differences in personal style and public image. Princess Diana was loved by the public thanks to her natural beauty, elegant fashion style, and kindness. She is considered the queen of the people's heart because of her sincere interest in charitable causes and her ability to connect with people. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle caused controversy with her unstable fashion style and personal decisions that caused many mixed opinions from the public and the media. Leaving the royal family and shocking statements in interviews also reduced many people's sympathy for her. Relationship with the media. Despite being hounded by the press, Diana maintained a positive image thanks to her sophisticated behavior and efforts to improve society. She became a symbol of the struggle against pressure from the media. Meghan has a tense relationship with the press, often denouncing injustice and racism from the British media. The way Meghan and Harry handled the issue, including leaving the royal family and criticizing the royal family in interviews, has caused controversy. Impact on the British royal family. Despite conflicts with the royal family, Diana retained respect and admiration from the public, and after her death, she left a great legacy in people's hearts. Meghan and Harry's departure from the royal family and their statements caused a media storm, damaging the image of the British royal family and creating public conflicts. Their actions and statements have created rifts within the family and reduced public trust in the royal family. Influence on Harry. Diana had a profound influence on Harry, shaping his humanitarian values and empathy. The loss of a mother at such a young age also leaves lasting psychological damage. Meghan also appears to have had a major influence on Harry, pushing him to leave the royal family and seek a freer life in America. However, this has caused division in the family and may have left Harry isolated and under pressure from many sides. Personal motivation and ambition. Princess Diana used her position to promote charitable causes and raise awareness of social issues, including AIDS and Bomb Awareness Month. Meghan also has big ambitions and wishes to use her influence to promote social issues, but her methods and motives are sometimes questioned and criticized. Instead of being seen as a fighter for rights, she was seen as an opportunist who took advantage of the royal family's reputation to advance her career. Public support and opinion. The British and international public gave Diana widespread sympathy and support, despite the difficulties she faced. Meanwhile, Meghan received support from some groups, especially women's rights and anti-racism advocates, but also faced heavy criticism from other parts of the public. These contradictions add complexity to Meghan's public image and highlight her differences from Diana. I really don't understand how Harry could be so stupid. Oh dear, how very sad, dear boy. Let me just reiterate, there is no rate that Shea of Montecito shares with your late mother, only a trait that you desperately imagine and want to see. That's why nobody else sees anything there. I'm afraid it's just a self-invoked delusion you have come to believe after probably being force-fed the idea. Harry just kept complaining, turning into a victim. He cried about everything in the world, blaming one person for another. Even though he left the royal family, he still expected to receive a pension from the royal family, and he turned to blame and hold the royal family responsible for his life. It's one of the most absurd things I've ever heard. To determine whether the money is sufficient to live, consider your expenses rather than your income. He then elaborates, if you receive £1, 5 million, do not try to spend £2 million. It will never be enough. This basic allowance from King Charles is actually complemented by all expenses paid during official events, overseas visits, and other royal activities. That covers a substantial amount of adequate clothing, accessories, and makeup a woman needs. Hospitality is generously offered by the hosting countries. Fame comes with roles and good performance. He would never call an official residence a housing unit, nor complain that he is not being paid for walking around, or flying around for the matter. Meghan doesn't have one trait of Princess Diana, not even close, and to say that she does is an insult to the late Princess of Wales. And one thing we did learn from Meghan coming into the picture is the true type of person Harry is. This has been an eye-opener. He is not someone to be admired. Both are toxic and both are users. We all know that she had no desire to stay as a working royal, and she made her presence felt. There are many reports about this. She even tried to usurp the Queen. Her self-assumption is astounding. She shouted at their staff and put on her parts when she didn't get what she wanted. Many media sites reported that her bags were packed and the Queen sent her home. I am not at all surprised. So you think her behavior was acceptable then? In fact, other than both being women, Princess Diana and Meghan Markle have virtually nothing in common. Diana is a symbol of elegance, compassion, and sophistication. She is loved and respected by the public not only for her external beauty, but also for her benevolent heart and tireless charity activities. Diana used her position to benefit many people, from raising awareness of AIDS to campaigning against landmines. Diana's dedication and spirit of dedication left a deep mark in the hearts of British people and around the world. It is worth mentioning that by comparing Meghan with Diana, Harry not only deceived himself but also unintentionally devalued his mother. Princess Diana, with all her admirable qualities and contributions, does not deserve to be put on the same level as someone as controversial as Meghan. Harry's insistence on seeing similarities between them could be seen as an affront to Diana's memory, degrading the legacy and values she built. Instead of protecting and honoring his mother's image, Harry seemed to have unintentionally dragged her down along with Meghan's conflicts and scandals. Shame on Harry for bringing his mother down to that level, as the two women are fundamentally different in almost every aspect. Besides, many famous celebrities involve themselves in charity work to increase their positive publicity. Meghan was neither a celebrity nor famous, of course, but used it as a method of raising her profile whilst achieving nothing for the charities in question. She stalked the royal family all her life. The charity work was a deliberate ploy to tie herself to whoever she hooked, and even then it was lip service only. Moreover, Meghan didn't exit from Hollywood. She was never there. The best she managed was 7th listed in a Canadian soap. That had finished and the work had dried up. That's why she was in England looking for a rich husband. She hadn't done her homework and ended up with Harry. Harry will probably always be the boy who never grows up, always looking for his mother's figure in all his relationships. The essence of comparing Meghan with Diana is a deep reflection of his psychology and emotions. Losing his mother at such a young age, Harry experienced serious psychological trauma and always felt deprived of his mother's affection. Diana was not only his mother, but also his protector, companion, and greatest source of spiritual encouragement. This loss left an unfillable void in Harry's heart. So when Meghan entered his life, Harry probably saw in her some of the comfort and love he once received from his mother. Subconsciously, he may have hoped Meghan would take on the role of not only wife, but also mother, protector, and companion as Diana did. This explains why Harry insisted that Meghan and Diana had similarities, even though this did not reflect reality. The truth is, he not only wants Meghan to be his wife, but he also hopes she can fill the void left by his mother. However, this expectation has led to many mistakes and misunderstandings. Meghan is not and cannot be Diana. She has her own life, personality, and goals. Comparing Meghan to Diana is not only an unfair comparison, but it also puts Meghan in an untenable position. It created unnecessary pressure and exposed her to unrealistic expectations from Harry and the public. Furthermore, this also causes tension and conflict in their relationship. Meghan, with her strong and independent personality, may feel pressured and uncomfortable when compared to a perfect icon like Diana. This could increase disagreements and conflicts between her and Harry, especially when expectations and reality do not match. The sad thing is that instead of building a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding, Harry gets caught up in finding a substitute for his mother's affection. He didn't realize that by doing this, he not only hurt Meghan, but also unintentionally diminished his mother's value and legacy. Diana was a symbol of compassion and elegance, and comparing her to Meghan, who has caused so much controversy and conflict, is a disrespect to his mother's memory. Ultimately, Harry needs to understand that no one can replace his mother. He needs to find a way to deal with his psychological and emotional trauma instead of imposing unrealistic expectations on Meghan. Only when he accepts that Meghan is an independent individual, with her own strengths and weaknesses, can they build a solid and lasting relationship. Not only does this help Harry mature, but it also helps him protect and honor his mother's memory in a proper and respectful way. Harry, you are so desperate for Meghan to be your mom. She's halfway there, where's Diana's? Fave perfume leads you by the hand, tells you when and what to say. But she will never have the love or adoration that was there for your mother, no matter how many times you say it. Interesting that he would introduce her to all of these people, yet Meghan didn't reciprocate with her family and friends. Also, it would be interesting to know how many, if any, attempts were made by him to meet and see Father. It appeared as if Meghan had no future career plans, per Scooby-Doo. Yes, Meghan wanted to be the center of attention, but only if everything said was positive and if people adored her. One bad word, and it affected her mental health, disappointment. It's a feeling Harry should get very used to. After all, he has a divorce yet to come and doesn't even know it. The only person who saw similarities between Diana and Meghan was Harry. No one else did, because she orchestrated it when they had their first date. By hook or by crook, she was going to snare him. He just isn't smart enough to see that. It is creepy how much he tries to make his wife into his late mother. The dude needs his meds adjusted. Her frustration remained. She was tantalizingly close to sealing her future, but nothing was official. And thus, the hurry-up wedding. It's even more creepy that she tells Harry that Diana speaks to her with messages for her to give him, and how she had the audacity to lay on her grave and channel Diana once. Most people want to get along with their in-laws, not change the way they live. Integrating into a spouse's family typically requires sensitivity, respect, and adaptation to long-standing values and traditions. However, Meghan Markle seemed to have a completely different perspective. From the moment she stepped into the royal family, she exhibited ambition and confidence that she could alter hundreds of years of tradition and crown herself as the queen bee in this new world. The idea that she could swan in, to enter gracefully and confidently, and completely transform the structure and rules of an institution as long-standing as the British royal family is not only unrealistic, but also demonstrates a lack of self-control and understanding of the royal family's essence. This isn't just an ordinary family with simple household rules, but an institution with a history spanning centuries, with rules and protocols meticulously maintained through generations. Meghan, coming from a Hollywood background, seemed not to grasp that changing the royal family is not something that can be easily achieved by imposing personal opinions and desires. Instead of trying to understand and respect these traditions, Meghan appeared to want to mold them to her own will, leading to resistance not only from the royal family but also from the public, who were accustomed to and revered the values and traditions the royal family represents. Moreover, Meghan's ambition to become the Queen Bee, the leader and controller of everything, demonstrates not only a lack of self-control, but also an inability to adapt and respect the core values of the royal family. Rather than attempting to understand and honor these traditions, Meghan seemed intent on reshaping them according to her vision, leading to numerous conflicts and tensions. Her actions reflect not just a misunderstanding of the royal family but also an arrogance and overconfidence in her abilities. This arrogance caused her to overlook the necessity of integration and adaptation, choosing instead a path of confrontation and unilateral change. This not only harmed her relationship with the royal family, but also tarnished her public image. Truly crazy and without self-control, Meghan's actions reflect a profound misunderstanding of the institution she married into. The royal family is not just a family, but a symbol of stability, tradition, and history. Changing it is not something that can be easily done through personal will and ambition. Instead of trying to change the royal family, Meghan might have focused on understanding and respecting its values and traditions and finding a way to integrate peacefully and respectfully. The result of these actions has been a series of events leading to division and tension, not only within the royal family, but also in the eyes of the public. Rather than becoming a positive part of the royal family, Meghan has created a negative image of herself and caused unnecessary conflicts. This not only affects her, but also Harry and his relationship with his family. In summary, Meghan's lack of self-control and understanding, along with her ambition to change the royal family to her liking, has led to negative consequences and made her a controversial figure in the public eye. Instead of trying to change everything, she should have focused on integrating and respecting the long-standing values of the royal family, which would not only have improved her standing in the public eye, but also strengthened her relationship with the royal family. I don't think I ever heard that Diana's family had an opinion about the lack of similarities between Diana and Meghan. So now we know that Harry did not listen to his brother and others in his family, and also didn't take heed to the advice of Diana's family. And now look where he's at. Too bad he still can't see it. Princess Diana, regardless of her unhappy marriage to, now, King Charles, never dissed the royal family. Meghan is a U.S. national and the children probably have dual nationality. Can't people imagine the furor if King Charles tried to kidnap, that's how most of the U.S. would see it, them? Even if Harry brought them to England for that very reason, it would be the diplomatic incident to end all incidents. The only way King Charles would get custody would be if she showed herself to be an unfit mother. She's not that those children are her pension plan. In addition, I think Harry sees exactly where he is, and is too stubborn to admit it and too prideful to pick up, pack up, and leave. I hope at this point Harry is playing the long game the Windsors are famous for, and wants to get the kids and himself back on UK soil. As far as the wife, she can preferably go home to Nigeria with her real family. She's not wanted in the UK or the US. A divorce in UK courts would be advantageous and more sympathetic towards him. Being that the children are of royal blood, Harry getting custody in the UK would probably be more likely. This is my opinion and honestly my hope, and is about the family issue only. I'm very old school and am absolutely disgusted and heartbroken with how families are breaking apart in this day and age in record numbers, mostly due to selfishness and stubbornness. Although trust is hard to rebuild, it can be with love, honesty, dedication, willingness, patience, compromise, and counseling. My opinion of Harry's return to the firm as a working royal is vastly different from his and the children returning to the family. Are you ever curious about the activities that Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, participates in while she is not occupied with her responsibilities? Is it true that she is a skilled cook in the kitchen, or is it possible that she is secretly plotting to become the head of a brand new reality television show? Let's go on an adventure together, and be sure to have some good laughs. To tell the truth, Meghan is grateful for the time she has off from work. The fact that she does not have to work is something that she takes great joy in, and I will repeat it as if it were a significant statement. Not working has been the road that she has pursued throughout her entire life. It is her ambition, her passion, and her determination to not work. She has never worked. She adheres to the Church of St. Work of Shy, which is a congregation of slackers who follow a routine of lethargy and sloth while giving the impression that they are busy doing something and accomplishing something. She is a member of this congregation. In this particular cult, she is a member. She is simply one of several people in the group. When it comes to the culture of celebrities, they are extremely common. People who believe they have the authority to provide us with information include people who aspire to be influential, people who self-appoint themselves as gurus, and pompous twats who believe they have the answer, an opinion, a stance on an issue, or a viewpoint that we ought to know about and need to know about if we are to cure all of the problems that we are experiencing in our personal lives, right injustices, and save the planet. The era in which we find ourselves is one that is peculiar in terms of the ways in which we connect with different kinds of media, notably social media. At one point in history, print media was the most powerful form of media, but these days digital media is the most influential force. A comparison has been made between the age of the digital internet and the Library of Alexandria, which existed in ancient times and served as a repository of information and expertise on any topic. At this point in time in human history, there are more people all over the world who have access to the internet than at any other time in history. This is the comparison that Lady C has made. The area and space in question was constructed out of brick and mortar as well as marble, and it served as the dwelling place for a very small number of individuals who were enthusiastic about acquiring knowledge and engaging in conversations about ideas and concepts. The digital online library, on the other hand, is now in possession of a larger audience of individuals who are interested in obtaining knowledge and looking for information. It is an intangible and boundless abstraction that acts as a host to truth and knowledge, as well as the manipulative lies and deceptions that are connected with disinformation and mistruths. In circumstances when it is promoted by those who have a malevolent and erroneous goal or motive, it serves as a sanctuary for truth and knowledge. Uncharted waters are what you will encounter on this adventure. Despite the fact that it is possible to search for and obtain knowledge and the truth, there are also lies and deceptions that exist in the world. It is necessary to assemble all of one's navigating skills and exhibit good seamanship in order to avoid the shoals, reefs, and rocks, as well as to prevent the vessel from capsizing totally. When it comes to the sail, we are all in it together. I am in the sail, you are in the sail, and we are all with you. We raise our flags and sing sea shanties whenever we come upon a ship that is friendly that we are passing. We use our grappling hooks to engage in hand-to-hand combat and fire a cannonade if we come across a ship that is hostile to us. On the other hand, the pirates of the high seas are lowlifes, similar to the ditch-a-dass of spaghetti straps, the borrower, the beggar, and the thief. Furthermore, they are stealthy individuals. At this time, she is not employed. It would be more convenient for her to take the freebie, appropriate the idea or labor of another person, and make it her own than it would be for her to offer it to them individually. There is never a single moment when her brow is damp with sweat. On the other hand, there is a mark on her forehead that appears to be a pair of cutlasses crossed. Is it a crossbones on the other hand? From the moment she smiles with a rictus, she is without a doubt the most famous depiction of piracy and poison in every single country on the planet. Without a doubt, she is a pirate, all right, putting on costume ball masks of being an influencer, a self-made woman of power, a red carpet and glamorous fashion icon, and an empowered feminist activist prodigy since the age of 11 are all examples of her work. It also includes piracy and putting on costumes, window dressing herself, cultivating a make-believe facade, pushing out a public relations campaign using the phrase, "Look at me, am I not fabulous?" and putting on costume ball masks. She will still voice an opinion on it and tell us what it is that we need to do, lecture us with her word salad and meandering nonsensical, and then we are supposed to applaud and gush over how brilliant she is and gasp in wonder at this messianic phenomenon that is in our midst. The fact that she is a pushy know-it-all and an expert on every subject known to man with the exception of astrophysics does not change the fact that she will continue to provide us with her opinion on it. It is her responsibility to carry it out. That is what she views to be the most important aspect of her existence. To be lazy, to never sweat or do any heavy lifting, to just be a couch potato, to chain smoke and drink martinis, to phone in her participation in everything, and to text message herself while pretending to be a close source in order to permit leaks of whatever she wants to be disclosed that she wants to be released. Following the completion of her urination in the lavatory, she uses opioid scabs written to collect the valuable fluid and then consumes it so that it can function as her mouthpiece. People who are sycophants and obsequious lesser narcs are the kinds of people she attracts to serve as her pirate crew, and what a motley crew they are. A man who adores rum, sodomy, and the whip is her husband. He is also a fan of the whip. Indeed, he is her accomplice in crime. She will be able to claim all of the credit and rewards for her performance if she appropriates the word or concept of another individual. Either she will hire someone else to do the heavy work, somebody who is willing to be used as a doormat and to take her abuse and IOUs and promissory notes of payment and still come up with the goods to her orders. Or she will believe that if she just keeps dreaming about it in her head and then says, "Open sesame," it will manifest with little effort on her part. Either way, she will be able to accomplish what she wants to do. Lying, hedging, mooching, using, and abusing other people are all part of her job description. Every single person who ever comes into contact with her will, at some point in time, find themselves in the position of being marked. To answer your question, yes, there is Captain Blackbeard Wife, the most feared person on the high seas and the scourge of the Spanish government, which is composed of Catholics. In other words, she makes her life doing it. One of the things that she takes great pride in is the fact that she is known as the Marquise de Merteuil of Montemer de Montreuil, Vicomtesse de Verger de la Riviera Américaine. The entire thing is a fake disguise. Examples include her eyebrows and the makeup she wears. Improving herself is her favorite activity, which may be summed up by saying that she enjoys doing it. Making money by doing absolutely nothing, giving nothing of value, interest, necessity, or utility, and still being able to live the lifestyles of the wealthy and famous is the most popular alternative. The fact that she is a pirate is in addition to the fact that she is a scam artist and wasted space. Getting your money for nothing and getting your kicks for nothing is the method to go about taking care of this situation. She is a human microwave oven. She offers personalized kitchen delivery. She has appeared in blue movies dressed as a refrigerator, and she has been a Frigidaire from a high-definition point of view. She is a human microwave oven. Will we look at them right now? This is the method that you use to carry out the task. The circumstance is one that you deplore and vent your feelings over on Netflix TV. You are wasting your money and your wealth by doing that which is not functioning. This is how you generate money for nothing. That is the way to go about it. The way that she takes care of things is the way that things are. That group of men is not exactly naive, if I may say so myself. Putting a ring on her little finger is one option that you could consider. There is a possibility that she developed a blister on her thumb. Please take a look at the young harlot, who is adorned with jewelry and makeup. To be perfectly honest, my friend, those are her very own breasts. It is the teeny-tiny faggot that she married who is responsible for caging those jet airplanes. All things considered, he is a princely millionaire. He is a little faggot. The blue movies, the refrigerators of people, the wine cellars of people, and the color television of people have all included her. Sugarees, custom followers, and members of a satanic cult are all members of this group. Every one of these statements is accurate. She detested living in the royal family for a number of reasons, one of which being that she was forced to endure the same routine day after day. In other places, Meghan's wish is to go out, meet people, engage in idle chatter, and shake their hands. However, while she wasn't actually going out, she had homework to complete, which consisted of learning about the event that would take place the following day, which was work. There is a slang term for Meghan, and it's not just that. Harry told us that she also cooks waffles for Archie. Oh, that's not all. I have a feeling that she makes daily phone contact with her public relations representative at Sussex. She will also have her daily conversation with her private public relations representative. She is going to have her daily conversation with whatever it is that operates Archewell. She is going to want to know how much money has been brought in so that she can get a sense of how popular she is and how much money she can spend on this particular day. When she goes outside her front door the next time, she will let the folks at Meghan's Mirror know what she will be wearing by having a daily conversation, email, or tweet with them. She will also let them know what she will be wearing. She most likely surfs the internet in order to learn about the activities of the Sussex Squad, and I have little doubt that she answers to some of the comments using one of the several aliases that she employs. You point out that none of them will have anything to do with Meghan, but they could include princess or anything like that. To add insult to injury, she does not criticize anyone who brings death to the attention of the Cambridge family. May the Queen continue to reign. There are undoubtedly a few more individuals who she calls, such as Oprah and Gayle King, but it is anyone's guess as to whether or not they continue to communicate with her. Not only that, but when she is not engaged in any other activity, she will instruct Harry on what he should say the next time she gives him the opportunity to speak. There are whispers that Harry is leaving every once in a while and has joined a supper club. However, it is possible that she is losing her touch just a little bit. From what I've heard, you are very discreet, but more or less anything goes. Furthermore, when he is there, he is having a great time. Rumor has it that Meghan is not in the least bit pleased about this. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video. And what do you think about this horrifying act of Harry? Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.